Brought to you by BlackMagic Design, the world's highest quality products for the feature film, post and broadcast industries. BlackMagicDesign.com, the Tonkawa Film Festival, celebrating short films from around the world. Tonkawafilmfestival.com. And by Dehancer. Use the promo code RABBIT to receive 10% off Dehancer products. Dehancer.com.
The next film we're going to talk about is Anemone, starring Daniel Day Lewis,
who came out of his cave like the groundhog.
Yes.
And just comes
yes.
He'll probably just come out and win an Oscar, and then he'll dive back in.
And you may wonder why, and the reason is writer-director Ronan Day Lewis, his son. Now, I'm not saying absolutely that that's the reason why he came out, but it's a pretty good reason. The movie is about two brothers, basically. One played by Sean Bean, the other one played by Daniel Day Lewis. Sean Bean is back in Sheffield, England, with his wife, who we think is his wife, is Samantha, played by Samantha Morton. I can't say enough about Samantha Morton. I don't know. It's not necessarily that she's given a whole lot in this. Let me just tell you that. But Samantha Morton can act with a reaction. She can just make a face, and her acting just from that is more than most people working today. But she plays his wife, and they're raising a son together. The son is not Sean Bean's. Sean Bean basically is filling in for the missing Ray, who's played by Daniel Day Lewis.
So he's raising his nephew.
He's raising his nephew, but he's living the life of. He's living in the home with Samantha Morton and raising the son as his own. And the son considers him his father because he has never known Daniel Day Lewis. He left Samantha Morton's character almost immediately. Self-exiled himself in the woods, a little cabin in the middle of nowhere. Well, the son is going through some things. He's enlisted in the army, and he's fighting in the army. And he had a fight with one kid where he almost killed him. And so he's home, and he's trying to figure out what they're trying to figure out what to do with him. Sean Bean gets on his bike and drives out for a while until he gets out so off the grid that there aren't any roads. And he's this little cabin in the middle of nowhere surrounded by little flowers, which is the flowers are the title of the movie. And the flowers are a connection to their father, who, as you find through conversation, was a very big problem. The story centers on really the relationship of the brothers and how the one brother seems like Daniel Day Lewis seems like he was left without anyone to protect him. He doesn't feel as if he had his brother there to protect him against the two fathers that were so abusive to him in his life. His birth father, his father was at home, who would beat him rather than talk to him. And the priest did not bother Sean Bean's younger version, but unfortunately, Daniel Day Lewis's younger character, as a boy, I should say, suffered some terrible stuff. And the movie is basically just a series of conversations. There's really no one else. Samantha Morton is in it, but she's really, a lot of her shots are just her sort of like trying to live day to day. She's an emergency call operator. And so that job is for her is just, like working at the supermarket. It's like no problem, where everyone else would be, tense and under the pressure. When she goes home, she's got to deal with a son who doesn't know really which direction to go in, and he knows that his temper is going to take him to a place that's going to be either jail or the grave. And meanwhile, back at the cabin, Daniel Day Lewis is just sort of going through or getting out a lot of stuff that he kept inside because, and as the story unfolds, it turns out that he was a soldier himself in the British Army during the time of the Troubles in Northern Ireland, where he was assigned. And at some point, he became a special ops agent for the military, and had done a few things that he couldn't cope with. One in particular that possibly ruined him.
This is a tortured guy.
He's a very, very tortured guy, to the point that there's one scene where he goes into this graphic. I mean, and it's him talking about it, but it's a graphic.
Do we see any
fantasy.
of this stuff?
No. Every so often he will have sort of these sort of fever dream kind of visions of you. At one point you see a floating woman, and you don't understand who that is, and later on you get an idea that he's holding on to memories in such a way that they're haunting him. And the visuals provided by Ronan Day Lewis are beautiful.
It sounds. I mean, like I want to do a double feature with After the Hunt in this movie.
It's one of those movies like, oh well, would you watch it again? I think I would. It's not necessarily, like you said, it's not an enjoyable movie. It's not like, oh man, I came out of there, uplifted and just, no, it's not a downer, but it does get into how if you let your past inside and kept inside, it could rot you from the inside out, and sometimes, which a lot of people don't have, someone to come and help them jar that memory and that stuff out, and be there for everything that comes out of that person, and a lot comes out of.
Wow, it sounds really powerful. Like,
it is.
This is the BTRP Media Network.